Like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that I love.
What is good, everybody? So for this week's video, as you can probably already tell by the title, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. I'm just going to be sitting here talking to you guys about 7 different things, I'd say like maybe pieces of advice for those of you in high school or just about to go into high school, or even whether you're just here to see what I have to say. And I'm just gonna list them off and basically talk a little bit about them and why I put them in the list and why I suggest you do these things, or at least think of these things while you're in high school, while you have the chance, because I am about to be finished high school and there's a lot of things that I wish I did differently, and like especially going into when I first had the chance instead of doing it so late. Alright, so the first thing that I have on this list is to join something. So what I mean by that is there are lots of things in high school that you can do within the school, whether it is a sport, an art, or just like some club. I feel like it's really important to do something within your school because it makes it easier for you to make friends, because if you join something, the people that you're with are going to have the same interests as you. Immediately, you guys already have something in common and you can like base a friendship off of just meeting because of that. Also, when you join something, I suggest you join it as early as possible, because then you have your entire high school career to get better at whatever you're interested in. So for somebody who's interested in, say, basketball, I don't even play basketball. I'm short, so I can't play high school basketball. I'd say join early. Like if you've already been playing basketball, no matter how scary it is to go to tryouts right away, I say just go for it, because going, you're not gonna lose anything by going, and by just going, you already have a bigger chance of making it on the team than if you just not go at all. And also, the reason why I say start when you first get into high school is because then you have all of high school to make friends, you have time to get better, and you have time to gather more opportunities. That's just a little example that hopefully some of you guys can relate to. And that goes for anything. If you join it late throughout high school, you'll wish that you joined it earlier. It's really hard to explain unless you've like been through it. So yeah, that's my first point, is to join something in high school. It'll make your high school life much more enjoyable. The next thing I have on this list could be a little controversial to some people, but don't take it the wrong way. And the thing that I have to say is attend a house party. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, attending a house party, you're just gonna get drunk or, you know, do drugs or something like that. I don't mean that. Going to a house party, especially one that is hosted by somebody at your school, most likely, most of the people there will be from your school. And I'm not saying go to a house party and you have to drink, you have to like do a drug, because I am not saying that whatsoever. I'm just saying that there are gonna be a lot of people there that you may have seen around school and never talked to, or people from other schools that you've heard of or may want to talk to, and that is the perfect opportunity to talk to somebody that you've never talked to, because a lot of the time at a house party, it's outside of school, so it's a completely different setting. If you don't want to talk to them at school or approach them at school, you can do that at a house party. A house party is for people to hang out and talk, and so you may end up becoming friends with somebody that you never thought you'd be friends with just by going to that house party. I hope that makes sense, but me personally, I know that I've met a lot of people and started talking to a lot of people outside of school that now I'm friends with at school because I've talked to them before. So that's just another little piece of advice I have for you. So the third thing I have on this list is a really good piece of advice, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people in high school right now will relate and agree to this piece of advice, and that is use the time you have in class wisely. I can't say that I'm perfect at this, because I don't think majority of people are, but what I mean by using your time wisely in class is pay attention in class, and when you're given the opportunity to do your homework, use it, because when you go home, not many people want to do their homework, so chances of it getting done are really slim, or you may wait till last minute and be like completely stressed out like the night before you have an assignment due. I know that probably a lot of you are thinking, well, you don't do that. I know I don't all the time, I do sometimes, but I wish, looking back at all my years in high school, I wish that I did do that, because it would have prevented a lot of stress buildup that I've had over the last few years. Alright, next thing I have on my list is to get a job to make money. Now, whether you may not be old enough to get a job yet, depending on where you live or what the laws are, but getting a job in high school is really, really good, because while you're in high school, you'll most likely be doing a lot of things, or might be going out a lot, hanging out, going out to eat with friends, going to the mall with friends, wanting to buy things. So it's really good to have a job, because in high school you can basically spend your money on whatever you want. Also, it's good to save, and you can save like parts of your paycheck, but it's really good to have money to go and do things, because you don't have really any bills to pay. I mean, you might have to pay for your phone bill, for example, or pay for gym memberships, things like that, but you don't have any major bills to pay, like house mortgage or insurance or anything like that. I highly suggest getting a job, because ever since I got a job, I've really enjoyed having those paychecks come in on Fridays. So let me just give you that one. It's a really, really nice feeling, and once you have a job, you probably won't want to go back. Although sometimes having a job really sucks, because then that's time taken away from your free time. Next piece of advice for you I have is to try something new. This is a really, really simple one, because by trying something new, you may find something that you really enjoy, and that could be your biggest passion. You may not know you enjoy it until you try it. I never knew I enjoyed dancing so much until I tried it. Dancing was the best decision of my life, and I love it so much. So that's literally proof that trying something new could lead to so many good things. So last piece of advice that I have for you guys. Next piece of advice I have for you guys is to make a bunch of friends. So throughout high school, everybody knows that you're gonna make friends and you're gonna lose friends. And you can never have too many friends, so why not make a lot? I mean, some people are different, but me personally, I like having a bunch of friends, a bunch of people to talk to, no matter where I am. But others may enjoy having one solid group. I do have my kind of one solid group, but it's also good to have a lot of people that you can talk to or hang out with when that solid group isn't always available. And also, there's gonna be friends that you lose. There's gonna be people you go into high school with thinking that you're gonna stay friends forever, and you may not. That's just the reality of it. So guys, coming to the end of this video, I have one more piece of advice for you that I think is one of the most important, and that is to do things for yourself first. So that means make sure you're okay first. Make sure everything that you need is taken care of before you cater to other people. I mean, that doesn't mean not going out of your way and doing things for others, but I mean just making sure you're happy before you're making others happy. I don't have too much advice to do that, because I think that's something that you just kind of figure out on your own, and how you like to do it. It's really important that you always make sure that you're happy, because at the end of the day, to be real, it's just you. Like, it's you and your family and maybe your close friends, but I'd say whatever happens, you're always there for yourself, so you need to make sure that you're good for yourself. I don't want to make this too complicated, but try to understand where I'm coming from, because this is a really, really important one that I wish everybody could take in. I mean, as much as I can go on about this one, I also can't really elaborate on this, because the situation is unique for everybody, and it's how you deal with it. So what I'm trying to say is, think about this last piece of advice I have for you, and this doesn't even apply to only high school. This applies to literally everybody, but I think during high school is, I'm still young, I don't know what other type of growing I have to do, but I think during high school it's one of the biggest shifts in your life. You go from being a kid to starting to become an adult, so I think that's the biggest transition point in your life. I mean, so far for me it has been, so I think it's important to really take that one in. I got a little bit deep at the end of that, but I really hope you guys take these pieces of advice and use it, or at least think about it over your years in high school or whatever age you are. And yeah, I just thought I'd make this video because I'm coming to the end of my high school years and I'm starting to get really sad that I have to leave high school. Although I am excited to move on to bigger and better things. It's something that you don't really miss until it's ending. And yeah, so I just want to shout out anybody that I've talked to in high school or been friends with in high school, whether I'm still friends with you or not. I don't know what I'd do without my friends in high school or the opportunities that I've gotten in high school just by meeting people. So anyways, without getting too deep with you guys, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below and comment. Tell me if you enjoyed these pieces of advice or if you can relate to this topic. And most importantly, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys could smash the subscribe button down below. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a good day, good night, wherever you are.
I'm sorry, 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03.